everybody, welcome to the first official episode of Monroe's Corner. I am your host, Marilyn, not Monroe. I am Marilyn Wadhani. I am a young girl from Nairobi, Kenya, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and the reason why my show is called Monroe's Corner is because a lot of the time people, when I introduce myself, say, oh, Marilyn like Monroe, like Marilyn Monroe. No, not Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn not Monroe. I'm just a girl who kind of admires her and her work ethic, but I don't want to be, necessarily compared to her because, she kind of got a pass, JFK, etc. But anyways, this is my place of refuge. This is where I will come, share all the knowledge that I have with you guys, discuss different things going on, whether it's political, whether it's pop culture, and just even discussions on life and love and everything else. This is where it'll be. So hopefully you guys will find this to be as much of a comfort zone as it is for me, and we can grow to be close friends. Now, there's going to be different segments of this show that you guys will see repeated. One of the segments is called The Word on the Corner. And it's kind of like a hot topic section where I'll talk about everything pop culture, everything newsworthy going on right now. The next section will be called Words of Wisdom. And with Words of Wisdom is going to pretty much be a quote. And whatever quote I'm talking about, I'll just kind of go into depth about it and kind of give you a little bit of advice on something going on in life. Of course, as we get more into this station, as we get more into this conversation, you guys will be able to comment and kind of give me ideas on what you want to hear about. And I'll be able to discuss that with you as well. Another great segment will be the wink of the day, and the wink of the day will pretty much be when I shout out somebody who's doing great in the community, someone cute, boy or girl, just someone who's doing something big that I feel needs to be appreciated. And of course, my favorite segment will be the palm tree of the day, and once I get to that section, you'll really get to understand why I call it the palm tree of the day. But let's get into Word on the Corner. Now, Word on the Corner is, if you watch Love and Hip Hop, if you don't, Love and Hip Hop is a reality show that kind of follows hip hop artists and their girlfriends, or hip hop rapper girlfriends and their boyfriends. And it happens in Atlanta, it happens in New York, and it happens in Hollywood, I believe. This past weekend, the first reunion of Love and Hip Hop, New York happened, and the biggest news I think everyone was just shocked to hear was that Amina Butterfly, prepare yourself, is pregnant with Peter again. Now, this might not be big news to you because you're thinking, oh, well, Amina and Peter are married, so why wouldn't it be pregnant? Well, honey, because Peter is also pregnant. Peter, if you watch, what's that movie called? What's the movie called? If you watch Hunger Games, you will know that she was always like, Peter. Anyway, Peter and Tara are also pregnant. Tara is Peter's baby mother with 2 other kids. Mind you, Peter already has 7 other children. So this man just does not know how to keep his legs closed, and now has his baby mama and his wife both pregnant at the same time. Now, guys, men out there, once you've crossed over 5 children, it's time to stop. And it's 5 children with different mothers. Like, it's not like you've had 7 kids with the same woman. It's 4 or 5 baby mamas with 7 kids, and now you have 2 newborns on the way. It's too much, and I don't understand why, as women, Tara and Amina are okay with both loving the same man, both being pregnant by the same man. It's really a bad look on them, but it's also a bad look on black women, I would like to say, because it shows that sometimes we just let ourselves be weak to these men. Like, I would never want to be, labeled as someone's baby mama, 1, and 2, a baby mama who's never been married to him but consistently gives him children. It's just really a weird discussion for me, and I just really hope it works out for them. Amina, on the other hand, you're his wife, and so yes, you are entitled to having his children, but I think you really need to think hard about whether or not he's worth you. You're a beautiful young woman. You have a beautiful voice, a great aura about you. But the decision to marry him and to continue to love him, even though he has played you and got his baby mama pregnant and just done a lot of shady stuff to you on reality TV, which will always be documented forever, I think you really need to think, do you want his energy in your life? Now we're going to move on to the next segment, which I like to call Words of Wisdom. And my words of wisdom today come from a woman who I truly am inspired by every day, and she's dearly missed, Mrs. Maya Angelou. And her words of wisdom to a lot of women out there and men is, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And what she really means by that is, if someone shows you that they're a liar, if someone shows you that they're not there for good intentions, why is it that you continuously give them second chances to prove you wrong, to prove themselves wrong? They're never gonna change. You can't change somebody. Now, if someone comes up to you and says, hey, my name is so-and-so, I want to date you forever, I want to love you and caress you or whatever, but the next thing that they're doing is lying to you, they're not home on time, they're telling you stories that never happened, and all you keep saying is, well, maybe they're just afraid to love, or maybe they've been hurt in the past. No! They just don't want to be with you. No, they're just liars. So why are you giving them this opportunity to keep lying to you and keep hurting you? I think it goes in hand with the saying that forgiveness, or when you keep holding on to someone who's hurt you, you're not hurting them or whatever, you're hurting yourself, because they want to be let go, obviously. They're lying to you, they're doing all this stuff because they don't care about you, so why do you continuously let them in? Most times in the beginning, you can really read someone's character. And if someone's character is blinking in front of you like a deer in the headlights, like, I'm shady, I'm wrong, I'm gonna be bad to your life, don't try and ignore it and put sunglasses on and say, maybe it'll be different in 3 years once we get to know each other. It won't, because they're showing you who they are the first time. Now I like to go into a segment that I like to call the wink of the day. The first wink of the day that I want to do is Tiny and T.I. They are expecting their 7th child together, and I'm very excited for them. And the reason I want to wink and shout them out is because, to me, they kind of amplify what a natural, healthy hip-hop marriage is. They both come from the industry. They both found love at a time when they probably weren't looking for love. I mean, if you don't know the story, back when Tiny was an escape, T.I. was still handing out his CDs around Atlanta, and they met and they were dating back then, and he held her down when she was in her stardom, when she was getting the bigger check out of the thing. As his stardom grew and Escape, broke up and everything happened like that, she kind of took the back seat to his career and became his backbone. And so I love their love story. I love how everything played out, and it just kind of shows you that if you really hold somebody down from the beginning, even when all they're doing again is selling CDs at the back of their truck, or even all they're doing is typing up papers at midnight trying to become a great author, like, if you support them through those little times of heartache when you're eating ramen, you're gonna reap so much when they make it and you're eating at Nobu and you're traveling private jets and etc. And they're a perfect story for that. And they have 7 beautiful children who truly love each other. They have a wonderful show on VH1, so tune in and watch them. So I want to shout them out and say congratulations on your 7th child. I hope the rest of your pregnancy goes well, and when you do have your child, that it will bring a new level of happiness to your family life. Now we're going to move on to a segment of the show that I like to call the palm tree of the day. Now, to know me is to know that I am a big fan of Tamar Braxton. She is real, she is who she is, she don't apologize about nothing, and that's how I feel like everyone should be. And her vocabulary and her words that she creates are just hilarious to me, and one of the words or phrases that she has is something that I've always also said. And so when she said it on the show, oh, palm tree, which means you're growing shade over somebody, I was like, well, how did you come up with that? Because that's my saying, so we're sisters at heart. And if she ever decides to watch this, and I hope one day she does, hey girl, I'm a Braxton deep inside. Just know that. Anyway, so of course the person I'm gonna shade today is Donald Trump. Now, before, years ago, I might have liked Donald Trump only because I thought he was funny in just a mean kind of way. Like, he was just very mean on The Apprentice and just how he did some things. So I just thought it was funny how he was. But now that he's running for president and that he's bringing out this side of Americans that I never thought I'd see again, I want to shade him and say, go away. Like, the people who want you to be president are sick in their heads. And so if you guys all want to board a plane the way you want all us immigrants, and I'm an immigrant, so the same way you want all of us immigrants to board planes and go back to where we came from, I personally think, since y'all not happy in America and for what America stands for, which is unity, a place where people who are seeking refuge can come and find home and build their life, I think y'all should go. I think you and your people should leave. And it's not all Republicans, because I have Republican friends and I can understand where their stances are as far as gun control and big business and whatever, but I don't understand how you can literally talk hate every time you speak and not policy. So Trump, move on with your life, go back to Trump Towers, do what you do best, which is fire people on TV and build hotels. That's where we like you. We like you in that little space. But don't try and come over here to the presidential side and try and tell us that you're gonna be our representative in the world. I don't like it. So shade to you. I hope you guys really did enjoy this segment of Monroe's Corner. I know it was a lot, but that's only because it was the first show and I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of what's going to be going on. Obviously, the next episodes will be much more direct and straight to the point, but I hope you kind of understand what I'm trying to do with this show. Just have a place so we can all have discussion. Men, women, young children, whatever. It's just going to be a really cool place to just chill, discuss. Of course, you guys feel free to comment and give me your input on the discussions we had today, post videos, and of course the next episode I will discuss some of those points. I will point it out in the video and in the comment section. Thank you so much for stopping by the show. We'll see you next time here at Monroe's Corner.